Welcome to Let the Play Develop, the podcast where I am now convinced that Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world, and I am also wondering where Nikola Jovic is. So if anyone has
completing
seen that
high
man,
school.
Did we forget Giannis exists?
he is not as well-rounded as Jokic as a player.
This is not a discussion for today.
Oh,
That's going to take.
Listen, real quick.
No,
real quick.
go.
No. Don't get on your soapbox about this. You can have it. You can have it for today.
Okay.
I love Jokic, but continue.
All right.
More all around.
I mean, arguably, he has a strong case for me as the best player in the world.
I
That's
love
all I'm
Jokic.
saying.
He was the MVP this year.
Have you met Austin Reeves?
Jokic did, and he ran right by him.
We have a action-packed episode for you
Clearly.
this week. So without Seth being here,
Amen.
we will run
What?
things. We will run things efficiently and get through it streamlined. No, just playing. Seth, we love you if you're watching this.
Baby,
and if
come
you're
back.
not watching this, do better research for us.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, how are you?
Beautiful.
that was the
That's
audio
great.
listeners. You already
Yeah.
messed up.
Oh well.
No, wait,
It's
that was for
okay.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
He was
it's
right.
for YouTube.
Okay. Well,
Wow, how long have you been here, Nate?
then, 20 minutes.
It's okay. I'm the one that listens to the show. He doesn't.
I listen when editing. All right. So what we're going to do for you today, there's not much weekly news to cover, so we're not going to, we might mention one or two things.
Unless y'all want to talk about college baseball real quick.
Or Eric Lewis,
Who?
the referee.
Oh yeah.
There's
What
a lot
about
of playoff stuff
NASCAR?
going on, but you know what?
Visual meme.
We know you were being bombarded by Bleacher Report, ESPN. If you're like me, you got the score up there too, so you're just getting notification. So we're going to give you a break from that, and we're going to play a fun game today. What
Real
is that
quick.
game?
Visual meme. Handshake. Eric Lewis, me, burner Twitter.
Eric Lewis, Kevin Durant, burner Twitters.
All right. Hopping into things. Are we going to have the little do in between these two segments? Yes. Okay. I'm cueing you now for when you go back to edit this.
Okay.
Welcome to GM Battles.
I'm gonna purposely not edit it correctly now. It's gonna be like after the music. Welcome to. I mean, that would still work, I guess. All right. So the concept of this game is we have a salary cap,
$134 million.
Now-
The actual NBA salary cap.
actual NBA salary cap. We are going to build a 15-man roster based on salaries for the 22-23 season of players that fits that salary cap. We are not taking future considerations, although good GMs would.
Yes.
So, we may build a squad and they may all need to be paid max contracts next year, but that's neither here nor there.
The goal of our first, this is as GMs, we have 1 year.
1 year.
Our goal in this 1 year is to win a chip.
We have to make a splash.
I do think it's worth noting, Nate, do you know how many teams are actually under the salary cap in the NBA?
I do not.
It is 3. So we're going to do what 27 other NBA teams could not do,
Well,
and
to be
that's have a
fair,
team underneath the salary cap.
They don't just get to pick a player in the pool, but
How many of those 3 teams made the playoffs this year?
0. So that's why they spend more.
I learned
Actually, all 3 of those had very good odds to get the number 1 overall pick. So they were very bad. It was the Hornets, the Pistons, and the Spurs. So
I learned today how many NBA players are overpaid.
Yes.
Very
It's
true.
wild. Like,
Rich.
yeah, I mean, by all means, go get your bag. If you can get it, get it. But I'm sorry, I'm not paying some of these players 16 to 30 million.
Yeah, I mean, like, with using the 134 as a hard cap, yeah, no way.
I mean,
But-
and we're also basing it a lot on skill level versus
Yeah.
what that player means to that team.
Right.
A lot of
Duncan
players
Robinson.
do get paid. Sorry.
Oh,
high skill
man.
level.
Duncan Robinson, if you're watching this, you got one more shot.
we're recording this the day after Game 6, by the way. And speaking of Duncan Robinson, where's your podcast? Where did it go? Why'd you fall off the face of the earth?
Fell
'cause
off
he
the
started
face of
get-
first with his jump shot.
I was gonna say it's because he actually started getting playing time because that man
No,
was
it's because he
DMP'd in the
stopped
season.
getting playing. Oh, that's what you said. Sorry, I thought you said started getting playing time.
No, he was getting DMPs in the regular season.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
like
it's
as
'cause of
soon as he
injuries.
stopped getting playing time, he stopped putting out his podcast.
That makes
He's
sense.
like,
Oh,
I
because
gotta-
he's like, I gotta
I
get
gotta
back.
focus on ball.
Bro, you got the bag. What do you have to worry about? You're set for life.
You have the highest contract of an undrafted player all time. What are you
All due
worried
respect. I hope you have a long, prosperous NBA career.
I like Duncan Robinson.
I hope you do. But in case it doesn't work out, don't you think you should have the podcast running to fall back on?
about? I mean,
When you get 19 million a year, you don't need that.
I think he was getting a lot of criticism because, anyway.
Well, you know what? Paul George has a podcast too.
Are you saying he deserves criticism?
Yeah. Well, he also said that Lonzo is just as skilled or better than LaMelo.
I agree.
But
Before his knee injuries, totally
He
agree.
didn't. He said that injuries don't factor in to whatever he was the talent.
Yeah.
So
I don't agree with that.
I think not getting injured is a factor of like what kind of player you are too.
I guess.
But-
Durability is a thing.
But out of that, all due respect to Lonzo, but we should hop into the salary cap
For sure.
because I hope Lonzo can recover and make it back. It seems unlikely, but I hope he can.
yeah.
Okay, so I guess we am I going first?
I have a random
Or do
number
you wanna go
generator.
first? Okay,
so,
good. I don't wanna
Who
just-
would like to go first to find out where they're going, though?
What?
I like to find out where I'm.
So
going.
I'm just gonna pit 1 through 3, and I'm gonna say like, "Hey, Nate, you are." And
Oh,
whatever
so
says-
we all just pick a number? Like pick a number 1 through 3, and that's the
Nate,
order
you're
we'll
gonna
go
go
in?
first. I'm generating what spot he's gonna be. So
Oh, okay.
sorry, I did
I'm
not
with you.
explain that well.
No, I get it. That's my fault. I'm an
Nate,
idiot.
you have the number 1 overall pick.
nice.
all right.
Chris, I'm gonna do yours next. Whoops, I don't think 0 through 3 works.
No, can't have the zeroth.
Well, looks like you don't get a pick. Sorry.
Oh man.
You got 3.
That's fine.
Oh, I wanted 3. Well, I got 2.
You want to trade picks?
Can we do
A
that?
draft's worth of picks?
Can we do a draft's worth of picks right now?
What?
We'll just do the order. There's no point.
I mean,
in
no,
this.
that makes sense too because 1, 2, 3 for the
Keeps it-
visual people,
yeah.
it keeps it in a rhythm.
All right.
Wait.
And we're doing a
So
serpentine draft.
are we drafting by?
Wait, you
like,
got
you
3.
Need one.
Did you want?
Are we
to?
not trading our pick?
Oh, I'm down. Okay, we
Okay.
officially trade.
Okay.
The picks have been traded. So the draft order is Nate 1, Chris 2, Steven 3.
And also Steven 4.
And also Steven 4, and then Chris 5, Nate 6 and 7, et cetera, et cetera.
Question: are we drafting traditionally by position?
What?
You are the GM.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can draft
second.
3 shooting
I can draft
guards.
the whole
You
team of
just-
point guards.
Yeah.
You are the GM.
Okay. All right. Number 1 pick. This is a player I don't really like that much, but they have proven they can make it to a
Okay.
championship. They're young. They're proving themselves in this playoffs after having a bad performance. I'm taking Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum with number 1, $30 million contract. He's not completely maxed out like at the top of the line. I know that's going to take a big chunk out of that, but I think I can build a solid team around him.
Okay, Jason Tatum, number 1.
He's not a guy I had on my list. I'll be completely honest.
The disrespect isn't necessary.
That really makes me think about where to go with my number 2 overall pick, and
I agree. I
it
understand.
may sound silly.
I hope you're not going to do what I think you're going to do.
I have so many things that I could do, and they would be silly. With my number 1 pick, I'm gonna take Austin Reeves.
He said it. You called it, Steven. He's
I
like,
did
someone's
say
going to
that.
take Austin Reeves really early.
I did say that. I'm very happy, though.
So Austin Reeves, maybe the biggest budget baller, I think, on a contract this year for what he can produce. His contract has, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
budget hooper.
Yeah,
he
no,
has
for
one of the
sure.
best team-friendly contracts in the league, and that's not something I could pass up on. I did have where I was going to draft all these players positionally. He was my
He's a
fourth
combo
pick
guard.
originally.
So, I mean, you can throw him 1 or 2.
Right, yeah. So I'm going to take Austin Reeves first.
I'm very thrilled you did that because my guy that I feel like I was reaching on, but since you went budget, I'm also going budget. We're just gonna like completely go the opposite of Nate. I went Desmond Bain, $2.13 million,
Such a good pick.
over 20 points per game for $2 million. To me, he was my favorite budget, but like I can't argue with Austin Reeves. I definitely have him up here.
I definitely would have taken him next.
Okay, so
I'm going to balance out with a budget pick.
Well,
So-
you have to wait. We're
Oh,
going
Serpentine.
Serpentine,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I
No,
didn't
no,
read the
you
text.
were you were definitely good. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't go over budget.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull up my calculator.
I have
134.
131 left.
I
We're
have
doing
104.
good. Okay, so my next pick. This was tough. I really, really, really wanted Desmond Bain, so I'm very thrilled about that. It's just now where do I go?
I honestly don't feel like it was that much of a reach.
I'm glad.
No, that's for the price.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? When you're drafting and you have a hard salary cap, the level of skill is honestly probably not as important as getting the best available
right
person for the contract.
So
Well, I mean, that's why I felt like, even though it's $30 million, Jason Tatum for that, compared to
get
some of
you.
those $40
I
million
get you.
contracts.
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
for sure. I get you.
I want to justify that.
No, yeah. We said going into this that like the draft can go two very different routes.
Right.
And I feel like because you went Jason Tatum first, I felt more comfortable going budget.
I was going to
first.
go budget first, but I was like, I want to go ahead and nab the
right.
star.
And
No, I
like
get
get the
you.
guy you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And my guy's still on the board. so-
Same. I'm just afraid that I feel like we're
just-
not looking at the same person. But
I want to prove that I am not the same person as a GM that I am as a fan. So
fair enough.
Oh, I have players on this list that I do not cheer for, but
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and secure the backcourt.
okay.
I'm gonna go with Tyrese Halliburton
Oh no!
with 4.22 million.
Oh, I'm
right.
so mad about that.
So I feel like I have a great backcourt,
that was my next pick.
and I've spent $6 million.
he was my next pick too.
Gosh, I'm so mad about that.
I feel great.
I knew I should have took him over Austin Reeves. Oh man. Okay. Let's reassess our situation. Where does that leave us? Tyrese Halliburton for 4.22 is almost as budget baller as you can get. But last minute I threw a player on here that I feel like doesn't have quite as high of a ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I can wait on him. So
I'm gonna take him next.
For
No, I'm just kidding.
10.73 million.
Ooh,
I'm going to take
Anthony Edwards. Okay, no, I
Yep.
get it completely.
Yep. You got to have a scorer. I want a high volume guy. I want a guy who can get it done. Give me Anthony Edwards.
I have him as my second. Well, I didn't know if he was a shooting guard or small forward, so I had him as my second one off the board at that position behind Desmond Bates. I can't say great pick.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to go ahead and knock out some budget people because I don't want to get myself into a bind at the end here.
Fair enough.
For my backcourt, I'm taking Tyrese Maxey at
Okay.
2.7 million.
Such
That's a good pick too. I had him a little bit later, but still a great pick.
I know I'm back to back in here.
No, you're good.
Let
Yeah.
me get this written down real quick.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey, as a Sixers fan, the most successful piece of the process at the end of it, I would
I'm
say.
so torn now.
Joel.
I said what I said.
Oh snap!
All right. So I'm really down to two people here.
No, I get you. I'm having a hard time right now.
I don't know if I want to go a little bit more money and go ahead and secure another star. Like, that's not a superstar.
I think I have my next pick on lock if Nate doesn't take it here.
I don't want to back I might shock some people here.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the right choice, but I'm picking Tyler Hero.
Ooh, he's not a guy I had on my list, but maybe one that I should.
Oh no, yeah, he's got a
5.7
cheat.
million.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I think
That's-
I'm going to lock him in. I was between him and one other person, but I'm going to go ahead and say Tyler.
So I'm gonna be honest. If I didn't already have Desmond Bain, Tyler Hero was 100% someone I was looking at. So I like it.
Gotcha. Okay, for my third pick, I'm going to go ahead and make the big splash move. Not the big splash move, but a splash move. I'm going to take one of my defensive anchors. You know, I've secured my 2 and 3 spots.
Oh lord.
I need a big man. Give me Jaren Jackson Jr. for
I knew it.
28.95 mil.
All right, so me and Nate were not talking strategy, but I was literally raving about because I was like, if you don't consider, some people consider LeBron and KD power forwards.
What big man did you take?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren
I was
That's what I
literally
thought I
like,
heard
to
on
me,
Triple J.
behind Giannis, excluding LeBron and KD, because I don't know what they are. They might be small forwards, power forwards. They might be centers. Like they play everything. Jaren Jackson Jr. is to me the second best power forward in the NBA. So anyway, love that for you. That's
And that
great.
leaves me at 92.68 million.
That's so.
I balanced out
so
close to
good.
you on now. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty big splash. That's almost 30 mil.
So I think I have very solid defensive guards. I think Desmond Bain, Tyrese Halliburton. So I'm just going to continue the defense, and I'm going back-to-back picks, obviously. I'm taking Evan Mobley, first of all.
Yeah.
8.48.
He wasn't on my list. He should have been.
He was on my list, yeah.
I
went back and forth between him and Jaren Jackson Jr. I figured if we're doing one season, Jaren Jackson Jr. is much more established.
I get you completely. The thing, to me, their defense is honestly like, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is better defensively, but I think Evan Mobley's not far behind. It's just
a higher
the offense.
ceiling.
It's the offense.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley's much further behind offensively.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to also, and we're going to fill out the team as it goes. So I'm not saying either one of these are guaranteed starters, but I'm going to take Walker Kessler as my next pick. Just to get some more cheap. I don't think they would fit very well together, to be honest, but $2.69 million.
Yeah, I kind of have in mind overall team fit.
See, I'm not even sure if these guys are going to be starters. I'm going to come back to that, but I just wanted to go ahead and lock them up. So,
well, speaking of locking up guys that we want to go out and get, since I wasn't able to get Tyrese Halliburton, I'm wondering if it's worth it because I don't think we said this from the outset, but we're drafting the players as are. So injuries, other outside situations, those are all applicable.
I know who's going to be then.
I don't think Mr. Morant will play much next year. So for that reason,
I knew he was talking about Morant. We all did.
For that reason,
Adam Silver knew he was talking about.
I'm going to go ahead and get my guy. I'm going to get Nikola Jokic.
Oh,
another big splash.
33.05
Man's building.
million.
He's cap space.
I'm actually. Okay, I do have to say, I thought with you taking Jaren Jackson Jr. that Nikola Jokic was safe because I was like, Evan Mobley, Nikola Jokic, great pairing. You just one upped me with Jaren Jackson Jr. and I'm actually so mad.
To be fair, I think you waited a while for Jokic.
I
if it was
did,
gonna
but
come
I
back
did.
to me,
I was
then
thinking
back to
high.
you.
Yeah,
He was my
Also, my Steven,
potential.
though.
He was my potential first overall pick.
I
But
thought-
then when you went Jason Tatum, I was like, okay, I
some
have time.
time.
Yeah,
See, that's what I thought
What
with
if I-
Jaren Jackson because
what if I
he's
back to
almost
back him?
30.
yeah.
What if I just went Tatum and Jokic?
Dude, back to back.
That will be a squad. I don't care who else is on the team. That's a team.
I'm so mad. It's fine.
So I'm up.
Yes, you have 2 picks.
All right. So I feel like I really need to shore up my front court. I need a big man. And
Dude, my big man rotation is crazy.
I don't know who I want to pick here, but I got 2 picks, and I don't think this is a dangerous pick. I'm going to go with Paolo Banchero.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
He's on a
11 million something.
$11.1
Yeah. Okay.
million contract, so I'm going to add my man there.
Yeah, I would have liked to have had him a little bit later to come off the bench, but not a bad pick at all.
I want him as a starter,
Right, yeah.
but we have differently structured teams.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
that leaves me with 84.5. So looking at my team now, I have Tyrese Maxey, Tyler Hero, Jason Tatum, and Paolo Banchero. I think I need a good solid point guard.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to make one more bigger salary cap move. It's not big, but for the price, I can't pass up on it any longer. I'm taking Darius Garland.
Oh my gosh, that was my next pick.
$8.9 million. That's a great contract.
I'm
pick.
so mad about that. That was my next pick. Oh, I have to reassess my situation now.
I understand. That's how I feel.
He heard me say point guard. He's like,
I literally held my breath. I was waiting. Okay. So now our point guard options are a little slim. Which makes me think maybe I just wait to take a point guard in general. John Morant's still sitting here.
He's waiting to be drafted
I think
by
he'll
you.
stay sitting here. At point guard, so okay, let's look at my team as a whole. So my backcourt is unguardable. My point forward Jokic are not unguardable, but they can't not be math brain hurt.
I love that.
I have a bucket in Anthony Edwards. I have Jokic who can distribute the ball efficiently.
Very much so.
Austin Reeves is a sniper from outside. So what I want out of my point guard is someone who can bring the ball up and defend at a very high level. If Drew Holiday wasn't making more,
he's making so
more
much.
than Luka Doncic, if he wasn't making more than Luka, I would have taken him. But because he is making so much money, give me Mr. Off Night. I want Davion Mitchell
Good
for
pick.
$4.83 million.
Good pick. I did not expect it, but I think it's a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's what I need out of a starting point guard. He can defend, he can play make when he needs to. But the biggest thing about him, I mean, they don't call him off night for no reason. If you go up against him, you're gonna have an off night. That's one of the coolest nicknames.
It is.
NBA,
No,
by the way.
I agree. I think that's sick. So I've just been sitting here contemplating my life because, granted, you're right. I just thought Mr. Sixers fan over here would take Joel
Never
over
no.
Jokic. I just, you know what? I thought the fandom would get in the way. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to backtrack, pay slightly more for a slightly less product, and take Joel Embiid.
Yikes!
I'm gonna go ahead and take him because clearly, all right.
So
The
Steven doesn't plan on winning a
MVP.
chip. That's what we learned today.
Well, you know,
I'm happy with my squad so far. Like, I'm ecstatic.
no, James Harden was great,
Yeah.
but I can go ahead and tell you that Tyrese Halliburton and Desmond Bane will be able to contribute more than James Harden could. So I think
Okay.
we can. I think we can move on.
That's fair.
I have to
How do
really
you feel
quickly.
about Harden?
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
James
you should
Harden
do that
today.
while I subtract this.
Can we do that another episode? Can
Okay.
We, at the end of the season, when it's all said and done, can we have like off-season recap? That could be an episode on its own.
Yeah.
Like what we expect from our teams next season
Nothing.
and whatnot.
All right, so
So
Corey
I'm ready
Kispert.
for my next pick. I'm gonna go with the guy who I think because of the team he played for, he gets not talked about as much, which is fair. They didn't win very much, but at the same time, he did average almost 25 points per game,
okay,
and he makes $3.87 million. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take Keldon Johnson.
that's a good pick. I like that pick a lot.
I think
He's a
I
lot
can.
better
he's a
than
good
people-
3-4 for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now I have him at. He might slide down to 4, like just super versatile.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that any day of the week.
Okay, for my next pick, I have a couple different routes I can take it. Not sure how I'm doing as far as stretching the money. I know I've got 54 left, and we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 picks, and I am over halfway through. But I've taken my big splash players. So I'm wondering if I have a little bit of money to spend.
You said we're over halfway through?
No, I'm over halfway through my
His
budget.
budget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I've taken both of my like big splash guys.
No, I get you.
I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to get a wing that can go out and get a bucket, staying under the average. So, like, if you take 15 picks, 134 million, divide that number, it comes out to 8.92 million. So, under that, I'm going to go with Cameron Johnson. That might be a little bit early.
No, I don't think so.
I just want a wing that can go and get me a bucket if I need one coming off the
And
bench.
stretch the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't think that's too early. I think that's great because I have him and Keldon Johnson back to back. So
Got you.
All
not
right.
that
All right,
validates
Nate, you're up with
anything.
2 picks.
I may take really cheap players here. Just
Okay.
because I might make a splash later. We'll see.
No, I get you.
But I really want a good defending wing / big man, someone that isn't looked over much. I think I'm gonna take Herbert Jones here.
That's a good pick.
Oh,
I
yes.
considered him with my last pick, but I didn't want to take 2 guards back to back.
No, that's good. Herb Jones is great.
All right. So
Yeah, I like
Herbert
that pick.
Jones is gonna be there. So I, after taking him, still have 73.8 mil. I think I'm
That's
going
a
to
lot
take
of money.
I
one
got
more cheap
79, so
player
you-
too right here.
Okay.
I think it's a great backup point guard, someone who has proven they can step up in big moments. I'm taking Gabe Vincent.
Okay. I don't hate the pick.
I know he's not a big name,
He's not on
but
my
if
list.
you watch Miami play,
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent can go off for 30 any night.
But at the same time, how much of that is Gabe Vincent and how much of that is Heat culture?
Well, you know what? We have heat culture on my team.
Is it the redhead?
Yep.
Okay.
So I just realized I also should have been marking off when you drafted people.
I've been doing that. Yeah.
I should have been doing that. So please let me know if I accidentally steal your player.
Got you.
He's poaching them.
Um,
Tampering fines.
let's see. Tampering fines. That's funny. Are we really about to let Ja go undrafted?
Well, yeah.
That's tough.
I still have 72 million in cash.
Okay, I know where I want to go next. I need someone that's going to back up Jokic in big minutes, and I want to take a guy who had a phenomenal rookie season. Give me Alperen Sengun.
Ooh, I like it.
So
He wasn't on my list, but he should have been too.
3.38 million. That
Very
brings me
good.
to 45.53.
All right. So looking at this, one of you took Darius Garland. I know that. Who do you have as your point guard?
My point guard is Davion Mitchell.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is because yes, we are drafting like real teams, But at the same time, you want to load up on as much talent as you can possibly get. Well, I'm gonna wait and make that pick. Actually, I'm gonna take all of that back. You know that great analogy.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
have
go
two
and take.
picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and take Franz Wagner right
Wagner.
here.
Good pick.
I didn't have him on my list, but if I didn't have so many forwards on my list, he probably would have ended up there. He's a good budget player.
Yes,
It's
very
so
good.
nerve-wracking when you swing around to the other side and you just pray someone's there when you come back.
I
Pray your guy
agree,
falls.
Yeah.
because I don't know. I'm very torn between two players. I'm gonna go ahead and take Josh Giddey at
I love it.
6.29 million. You know what? I'm going to get to the point where I think I have too many guards, but at the same time, talent is
Never
talent.
too many yards.
If Josh Giddey is your seventh man, I feel like I'm doing well at the moment.
Unfortunately, I think I've just plain out forgot about Josh Giddey, so he was not on my list.
Well,
I had him and I thought about it. And I probably
was
should have.
thinking that Shea was on the last year of his rookie deal.
Yeah,
and he
he's
would have
not.
been my first pick if
oh,
he was.
I could not agree more.
But 40 million a year is way too much. All right. Anyway,
I do think Josh Giddey was one of the players that has overall gone under the radar. I just wanted to point that out because he's getting close to 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, 8. Like, that's crazy, especially on a young Thunder team. I like him, so.
all right. Well, I am happy that my guy fell to me. So my starting point guard is a guy who can go out defend. He'll play the clutch moments.
Oh, Lord.
But I need a guard that can go and get me a bucket. Give me a LaMelo Ball.
Okay, so that's the exact player I was thinking about taking. But I was like,
I'm glad
I
he
get it.
fell to me.
I just didn't know how well LaMelo fits on the bench.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's a thing where Davion Mitchell, LaMelo Ball, those are two, like, yin and yang type of
completely
point guards.
different. No, yeah, I get you completely.
Oops.
I'm looking to build a defensive culture here.
Dude, I have so much money left. I don't know what I'm doing.
You better pick a big player. I don't think have you taken a super
Joel Embiid.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
was like,
still
talking
have
about me.
$70 million left.
Really?
Yeah, I've gone cheap.
This is a player I'm really torn about, but the contract, I really like what he could bring off my big bench defensively. I think I'm going to pick Sadiq Bey.
Okay.
I think he's a solid, like putting him beside Herb Jones on a defensive bench. That's
Yeah.
nasty.
That makes sense.
But
You're going to score 83 points a game, but yeah.
well, if I can hold my opponent to scoring 82, it doesn't matter.
That is very true.
Okay. I
got one more pick here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
My
sorry.
bad, my bad.
Unless he skips you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm also maybe is this the point to take a splash?
Go for it. I think we're the big money spenders left.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably take one more, like, 20 mil guy.
I'm not gonna make a splash yet. I think I'm gonna pick someone who can do both score and play defense, and he's still developing. I'm gonna take Scotty Barnes.
That's a good pick.
Very good. He really probably shouldn't have fallen this far. That's really good.
I need to assess my lineup real quick. So I have a 5-4, 3.
I haven't kept up with my own.
2 1s, 2 5s, 2 3s, a 2. So I need another shooting guard, another power forward, and another small forward, question mark. Well, with that being said, you can't get much better at shooting guard for the money than Mr. Max Strus. So for $1.64 million, I'm going to take Max Strus. I like that pick there. I think it makes sense money-wise because I'm trying to ball on a budget.
No, I agree. So please correct. This is one player that I was not sure if he has been taken, so please correct me. But has anyone taken Cam Thomas?
No,
No, but he was next for me.
Oh,
he was on my list too.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the offense of explosion that is Cam Thomas.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
I'm going to really quickly subtract him from my budget before. No, I'll go back and do that. It's fine. I know it's not. It's 2.14 million or something like that. I have him written down.
Yeah, 2.14.
He was the cheapest person left on my list.
So
Really, I have 9 guys under him.
I'm gonna go with a power forward that is completely different. I have Evan Mobley. I think probably one of the great defensive power forwards. I'm gonna go the complete opposite. And I'm paying a premium for him, but I don't really care. I'm gonna take Keegan Murray at $8 million.
I like that.
Literally the
was
best
considered for me.
rookie 3-point shooter we've had. I'm taking Keegan Murray.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. I think he's a good fit.
I think I just love the idea of having him and Evan Mobley. Like, I think they are so different that they're perfect.
So right here, how many picks do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 9 picks deep. I am 9 picks deep, 35 million. So I have 35 million to split between 6 players. if my math is right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's approximately $6 million a player, which means
That
I
is quick
don't
math.
think I can afford the guy that I want here.
But you're gonna do it anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go ahead and get me a stretch 4 that can defend, but is a lethal three-point shooter. For $4.31 million, give me Grant Williams.
Oh, yep, good pick.
I just don't like Grant Williams. I like the pick. Hear me out. I like the pick. I just don't like Grant Williams. Like,
No,
Nate's like, we would have drafted you, but there's just something about you in that Batman costume I couldn't stand.
okay, let me clean up my list a little bit real quick. I'm gonna make a tad of a splash here, nothing major, and take a gamble. I think I have a solid
Russell
enough core
Westbrook?
that I can roll the dice on someone.
I mean, he's like 9 mil, something like that.
Oh, this
After
has
the
him at
buyout?
47. Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's before he got bought out.
right.
This is such a big risk because I was thinking about taking Michael Bridges here. I like him,
Mm.
but I'm gonna take Zion Williamson for-
Enjoy all 30 games of him.
for 13.5 million. Don't think that's too big of a loss where I'm at right now.
That's fair.
No, I
So-
get you. I get you.
You gotta roll the dice. My next pick, I'm not gonna pick that guy because he's gonna stay on the board. No one's taking him, but he'll be there later. Let's get another. I have enough guard play that I can play a whole game. Let's get another big man. Let's go with Mark Williams.
Mark Williams is a
He's
fair
my
pick.
backup center.
Once again, I do not endorse Locked On Hornets, but
Well, I do have to say, Mark Williams last 10, he was averaging.
the other Hornets player.
He was like averaging 17 points and 12 rebounds a
Yeah.
game. So he was definitely getting it going at the end of the season. So I think he will have a good season, especially because Victor Wembanyama's not taking a starting spot.
I'm a little bit torn on what direction to take here. I think I'm going to go with a guy who's super cheap and can make a big defensive play. For $1.56 million, give me Jose Alvarado. I don't think that's the right pick there, but I need to make these budget moves so I can get the guy I want last.
he's at
No,
least a
I
point
get you.
guard. I mean, he is the point guard.
All right, so I'm
yeah.
going to be.
No, I like him.
Before I get harassed too much, I'm going for my third strings for two
Yeah.
positions. I'm going to go ahead and take Bol,
Okay.
2.2 million.
I didn't think we'd see his name
I
here.
don't feel bad about Zion anymore.
Fair. But I think the ceiling's there. And he's going to be behind Joel Embiid and Walker Kessler. So it's really more of a cheap with a little bit of upside play. His contract's 2.2, so I think that's great. Now, there's one thing that I am debating on. There's two players. I think I'm just going to say, screw it. Take the best three-point shooter that is available. Well, no, hold on. Let me not act like he's the greatest three-point shooter to ever play the game. But he did lead the league in three-point percentage, averaging like a good amount of shots. I'm going to take Yuto Watanabe.
He was almost on my list.
1.76.
Watanabe did not make my list. He's on the Nets, bro. No
Hey, when you
shot.
average like
we had
45% from three,
Yeah, we had a podcast segment about his 3-point shooting. It is
Okay.
off the charts. So.
it's unreal, especially for him to be averaging like 6 or 7 a game. Like it doesn't make sense.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting my picks again.
No, you're good.
3, 4.
I did both of those because they have a combined $3 million or $4 million contract.
I
So
really
We're
like how my team is
11
coming
picks
together.
in. I need the money to work to take the guy that I want. We are 4 picks away from being done.
He's so in the risk factor right now. Like,
Yeah, because there's 2 guys I really want, and they're like the rest of my budget. So to keep the money low, give me Kenneth Lofton Jr. for $1.02 million.
absolute steal.
He's a developmental guy. He's third string behind Jokic and Sengun. Or, I mean, he can run the 4 some. It
When they
doesn't really
locked that
matter.
man in for 4 years for $7 million, I cried for him.
Yeah, that's a very Scottie Pippen type contract.
Yeah.
So it's back to you, Nate.
Okay, I want to take some cheap people here. I want a guard I can bring off the bench. Got a ceiling that he could be better than he is now. I'm taking Emmanuel quickly.
I like that. I like that pick a lot.
I'm going to take him. This next pick, it may show the wizard in me.
The Wizards.
And-
oh no.
I want someone who can shoot the ball. Had flashes last year, so I think he can become a developer. A solid. He's starting, but I like him off my bench. I'm taking Corey Kispert.
I don't hate that pick.
I'm
going
going to take him for $3.5 million.
Yeah, he's a great volume 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You thought I was going to say Denny Avdija.
Kenny
I-
Avdija.
Well, is it Avdija? I think they pronounce it differently.
I
think it's Avdija.
He's from Israel. I'm not.
What?
They spell it how they spell it, man. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm really just trying to make the money that work here.
I get you completely.
So, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do here. I may. What do I have? 4 more picks? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna count every time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've taken 12 guys. I have 3 left. I know 2 guys that I definitely want. And let me make sure the money works here. That's like right at 20 million. So I can take a guy around 8 million. Or I could upgrade the guy I want for 17 and go someone even big budget. I'm talking. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. At least you're filling the dead air.
I'm hoping I did all my math right.
Right. We're like super focused. You're good, dude.
Okay. For $1.93 million, this is another bucket getter. I want Terrence Mann.
I don't hate it.
I feel like I could have waited on it. It's okay.
I mean, he wasn't on my list, but I understand.
All right, it's time for a double dose of splashes. I don't know.
Double dose of splashes.
I have spent my money. I don't know if you guys have noticed, very cheaply. I have $53 million left, and I have 3 picks left.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, I'm going to be taking Mr. All-NBA first team himself, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So, we will be putting Tyrese Halliburton on the bench now.
Not the max player I would have taken, but okay.
Well, I did that so I could...
No, I like Shai a lot. Like,
I do too, but for like 13% of my team's total salary cap.
I'm going to pair him
know.
also. Now, I guess Evan Mobley is second string because I'm going to be taking Domantas Sabonis as well. I have enough room for both of those players.
Okay.
They're on relative... I mean, I feel like $30 million is not that much when you think all NBA.
No,
One of the greatest scorers in the NBA that we had this past season.
Not too bad, but I don't know.
So those are my 2 picks.
After we finish the draft, I'll talk about the guy that I think maybe was highly overlooked during this whole process.
Is it Luka?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you guys finally get to know my big splash player since I have 2 picks left. So for $17.21 million, give me Marcus Smart. I know that seemed like...
No, I almost did it earlier.
That seemed like a lot to do. Like that whole brain meltdown I had for Marcus Smart.
He's that guy in terms of,
I mean,
a defensive glue guy.
I was about to say former defensive
If
player
I
of the
have
year.
a defensive lineup of Jose Alvarado, Marcus Smart, daggone, I forgot who else I drafted.
Well, all I'm going to say is
they're
Jaren
forgettable
Jackson
then.
Jr.
I'm just kidding.
and Jokic. That's crazy.
you'll see me to beat hey, Herb Jones and who was and Scotty Barnes in the playoffs. We're going to line up the defenses and just watch it go.
All 65 to 60 finals.
And I will be scoring.
Am I up? I have $38.5 million left from my last 2 picks.
Okay.
So I
Woo!
like that. That's good money.
That was loud, but I just
was
did
loud.
not expect that.
So let's keep the core together and let's go ahead and take Jaylen Brown here.
Okay.
What?
I mean, I don't like them together in person, let alone in a fantasy world, but
So
I respect it. I respect it.
we're going to subtract 28.7. That leaves me with 9.8 million. Let me take a moment here to think about who I need.
So it turns out I'm not going to end up taking the last guy that I wanted as my veteran presence. So rest in peace to that pick, because on my A, B, and C team, I had him listed because I prepared 3 different routes and none of that got put together.
Yeah, because it's live and chaotic.
Very chaotic.
All right. So I got a few prospects here. And I'm nervous.
It's your last pick.
I know it's a lot of pressure.
I mean, it's your either 15th man off the bench or...
Just don't mess it up, you know?
Everyone on my team is starting.
We're playing 15-on-15 basketball, guys.
All right. I think I have the room for a project here.
Okay.
But I don't
I took a project.
I have a lot of forwards.
Yeah.
We have the opposite problem then.
I mean, how many guards do I have? Let's count real quick.
I think I have a pretty balanced team
One.
overall.
I think so too.
He
I have a
could
lot
play.
of good defense and offense.
I
so-
still have a decent amount of guards.
I mean, we say this like we're not three people drafting 3 GMs. drafting
That's
the
true.
entire pool. Of
Like we
NBA
literally
players.
have the 3 greatest teams in the NBA.
I guess I'll just take someone just in case that can get me some points off the bench. So I want to stay under the cap just in case I made a mathematical error somewhere. I'm going to take Caleb Martin here. 6.4 million. He can score.
Nate just said, you see the bench for the Heat over there? Give me all of them.
Have you watched him?
Oh my gosh. It's Heat culture. All right. So for my last pick, I'll go ahead and say it now since there's only one pick remaining. I was going to take Kevin Love. He's a very cheap veteran presence for 1 point something mil. But I have $15 million left. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a splashier play. Someone that's on Kevin Love's level. But I think at this stage in their careers is just a good bit better. Not even a little bit, a good bit better. Give me Brook Lopez for $13.9 million.
Okay, so I'm glad that you love for the Brook Lopez love because I feel like I've been the only one saying how good he is, and so Seth really gives me a hard time. He's a really good player. So
I gotta check all my math here and make sure I didn't make any
you're good.
clerical errors.
I have just under $4 million left, and so I was looking. I see George Niang. Thought about taking him, but I'm gonna go in a different route because I have one more guard spot open, and I'm gonna take Jordan Poole. And Jordan Poole, to me, now granted, he's going to be my third string point guard, so I don't even know how that happened, but apparently Jordan Poole, who's going to be making $28 million, $30 million, $33 million in the next coming years, is my third string point guard. Don't know how that happened, but just a good option if, I don't know, Shea gets injured. Now I got Jordan Poole as a second string point guard, so I feel very happy with having Jordan Poole as a reserve on my team.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad pick at all.
If you're third stringing him, yeah.
I think he's
or backup.
I think he's definitely deserving of a backup spot, and if he can get his shot quality together, maybe he will be a starter. But he's got some things to work on. I'll say that.
Okay, I hate losing Brook Lopez, but I made a mistake clerically. So instead of Brook Lopez, I'm going to take Robert Williams. That brings me to $133.77 million.
I like Robert Williams.
I feel like defensively that doesn't hurt you, but stretching the floor definitely does.
Yeah, I wanted to stretch the floor with Brook, but it's okay.
I like my team.
Still better than Kevin Love. So, do you want to start us off, Nate, and give us your starting 5?
Yes, let's go. Starting lineup at point guard, we got Darius Garland. Shooting guard, Jaylen Brown. Small forward, Jason Tatum. Power forward, we're giving him the chance with Zion Williamson. And at power forward,
for 30 games.
At center, we got Paolo Banchero. He's moving up a spot.
Really?
We got
small ball?
Yeah,
small ball.
I think I would have moved Zion to the 5 in that case.
Well, they can just switch around however they feel on the court. I'm not the coach. I'm the
You're
GM.
the coach. You're just like, whatever they're feeling.
That's fair. He is the GM.
I'm not. The coach got to figure it out.
All right. Here's the difference between Nate and I. Starting at the 1 guard position, Davion. Yeah, that's why I moved my mic away. Davion Mitchell at the 2 guard. I don't have his number. Number whatever. Marcus Smart. And at the 3 guard, Anthony Edwards. Starting at the 4, Jaren Jackson Jr. And at the 5 spot, Nikola Jokic.
Wow, that's disrespectful. The best player on your team.
I don't love your backcourt.
I just realized, you.
What?
No, you definitely have the worst backcourt.
Oh, wait, I was thinking front court. I was like, how?
No, you got a great front court. Your backcourt. Can
You do
tell me
have
who they
the
are
worst.
one
I
more
mean,
time?
granted,
So, like,
they're
forgot
there
the
to
names.
minimize the fact that other players have more talent
if
than them.
Steven didn't take all the guards I wanted,
That's
we would have been
fair.
fine.
I have
I
Jordan
still
Poole.
managed to get Darius Garland and Jaylen Brown. That's a
Yeah,
good
you took
backcourt.
Darius Garland right before I was about to take him.
So,
I'll be happy.
And
with
I didn't have
Tyrese
the money.
starting. Tyrese Maxey could have started.
I didn't have the money for Jaylen Brown.
yeah, I do feel bad. I have Tyrese Halliburton on my
I do have
bench.
LaMelo Ball.
We're guard
That's
awarding.
very great.
Give us the guards. Chris
I
can't
have LaMelo
any.
Ball on my bench. So
Yeah, he should
like,
start
he
over
can
Davion Mitchell.
Probably.
But, it's
Yeah,
fine.
we'll make that a move. Okay, redo.
You're the GM, not the coach.
At the 1 guard, LaMelo Ball. All right, that's it.
All right. So, I'm
Over
just,
Davion Mitchell.
that was
So
kind of shocking to me, but
that makes it
I can
better
see
though,
it.
right?
Yeah, that makes it
LaMelo. Okay, thank you.
So, I have
Reaffirming my
we
half.
need our approval.
I have half of the All NBA first team in my starting lineup, which is great for me. I love having multiple. I have Shea
Embiid
Gilgeous.
does not count. I'm sorry.
Listen, whatever you want to say is accurate and true. But we'll never know how. When Joel Embiid can be the second best scorer on his team, we don't know how that would translate. Maybe he would do well as the second man.
Well, I mean, on this team, he doesn't have to be the second man. He could be the 5th, 6th, 7th.
Yeah, honestly. So we got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at the 1.
Shea.
Desmond Bane at the 2.
Bane.
Keldon Johnson at the 3.
Joe.
Ironically, Domantas Sabonis is my only non-20 point per game scorer in my starting
nice,
lineup.
though.
Huh?
That's still nice.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then Joel Embiid. Dude, honestly, Joel doesn't have to score or rebound. I guess he's there to block shots. Sabonis will grab the boards. Shea will score. He's there.
He's just there.
Yep.
Fill space.
As the MVP of the league. He's just there.
All right,
yeah.
Nate, your bench.
We got a small ball bench too.
Okay.
So at point guard on the bench, we got Emmanuel Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
At shooting guard, we got Tyrese Maxey.
That is very small ball for your
Running at a small forward. We're running Tyler Hero.
Bro, no. This team's getting bodied.
As a small power forward. And, I mean, we might rotate some stuff around. This is just
Do you have a 7-footer?
Sadiq Bey.
Oh, God.
And then running the big man position,
Draymond Green.
Scotty Barnes.
No.
have a
This team's getting bodied.
Do you have a 7-footer on your roster?
Huh?
You have one, Mark Williams, right?
Yeah, and Mark might pop up to that second team.
So you don't like my backcourt or front court, whatever.
He has no front court.
But how are you guarding the tandem of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Jokic?
I'm just going to let Darius Garland cook you up.
Darius
He
Garland?
would no, not Jaren Jackson Jr. It would be Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokic, and they'd get bodied.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's all right. Mark Williams
I thought about drafting Aaron
come
Gordon.
in
He's
those
making
times.
18 mil.
See,
We
I
can-
did
we
too
can
because he's
run-
really done good in the playoffs. That's what's done
We
it for
can
me.
run a bigger lineup. I just don't have 7-footers on the squad. I mean, we can.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to get bodied in the paint.
Okay. We have strats. We have strats.
Strats.
You're not
If
the
we
coach,
can hit
remember?
the threes over, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Fair
Take
enough.
your
Whatever.
twos, young man.
I'd rather make... Okay, hold on. I have to make the
But
math work for this
Let's not act
analogy
like
to make sense.
Scotty Barnes isn't a great defender. I know he's small.
At the 5, he's
he
not.
can run a 4. He's a great defender at
Yeah,
4.
4.
Maybe.
And
How
I
tall is
can-
Scotty Barnes?
6'7"?
6'7"? Yeah, that's what I was
6'8"?
thinking.
Okay. All right. Well, Mark Williams will make the second team. All right, but it's for Sadiq Bey, not for
All right.
No,
Scotty.
that's fair.
Here's my second lineup, the bench, if you will. That's typically what it's called. So LaMelo got moved to the starting slot because I got bullied. So in my backup role, give me Davion Mitchell, Austin Reeves, Cam Johnson, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams.
Got
Okay.
any more of them Celtics on the bench?
Chill.
Nah, I
You said
get it.
Williams and Celtics? Count me in.
So, I have probably the greatest 6th man of all time on my bench. I don't know. That's a little stretch, but I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton because he's
That's
an
crazy.
all-star point guard. I'll have him
walk-off.
over
And you
Like
wonder
a
why I
word.
couldn't get any guards. Look at look at this.
At the 2, I have Josh Giddey.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
At the 3, I have Franz Wagner. That's just tough. All 3 of those can play like the primary point, so you got to pick. And Josh Giddey's not the greatest shooter, but the other 2, Franz and Tyrese, are great shooters. At the 2, I have All NBA first team. I'm sorry, I said at the 2. I meant second string. At my 4, I have All
the
NBA
2 string.
first team, Evan Mobley, and at my big man for my second string, I have Walker Kessler.
That
Great.
team
That's
will win
great
45
defensive.
games in the East.
What? Just my backup?
Yeah, the second team.
The Walker Kessler
they're
was
better
on,
than the
was on my
Pacers, yeah.
list. He was my
Yeah.
big man prospect, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm without. But it's okay. I'm not upset. Mark Williams is going to stud up and be amazing.
Yeah.
So going on that third string, these are just really plug and play players as
the
needed.
scraps.
Yeah, so like, well, Sadiq Bey fell down to that category now.
Because of bullying.
Herbert Jones, Corey Kispert, Gabe Vincent, and Caleb Martin.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that. I'll be honest. I'm
I
not
don't.
fan
That's
of
a great
scraps.
third string.
If you
I mean,
could-
granted, again, we had every NBA player possibly to pick from.
yes.
So, but it's a great third string.
All right,
I
my
mean,
third string.
my starters are getting it done.
True.
Yeah.
My third string: Terrence Mann, Jose Alvarado, Max Strus, Kenneth Lofton Jr., and Alperen Sengun.
I think I'm on par.
Oh, that's a really good third string
Thank you.
center.
Yeah, on your center for sure.
Yeah. So
I was just surprised. Like I didn't
wait,
even
wait.
think about
You want to
that.
make a trade?
I don't know.
You need a center over here. I need a guard. What can we make happen?
I'm great with Joel Embiid and Walker Kessler. I'm fantastic.
You want to make a trade over here? You really need a center.
Now that's true.
You want a guard.
I do want a guard.
Can I get to my third string and then y'all make that trade?
Yeah.
So my third string point guard is Jordan Poole.
Fair.
Chemistry wise, that's not going to work, but who cares? That's for the coach to be.
That's his problem.
That's his problem. I'm just putting talent on the team. He has to make it work. Number 3, again, it's because I have them labeled 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. At my 2 guard, I have Cam Thomas. So much scoring from my backup's backcourt.
So much scoring in January.
Now, that's true. Those are going to be my guys that power me through to the playoffs, and then I'm going to let my starters do their thing.
Yeah.
3, this is my only questionable player on my team. Yuta Watanabe.
Yeah,
he's just there to hit some threes, you know. Probably won't play. Honestly, the third string probably won't play anyway. But number 4, Keegan Murray, excuse me.
Great pick.
Who's Keegan Moore?
Keegan Moore?
I want to see him more. I don't know. That was bad. We're going to move on to Bobo.
That was very bad.
We're going to move on to Bobo at my center. That's so much scoring and three-point shooting. I just realized, apparently if I'm down 3, it's just a guarantee that one of those players is going to make one. So,
what is Sengun's contract?
Sengun is making...
It's going to make me sad when he's like making less than Bobo, and I picked Bobo.
He's making an amount of money.
Oh, that's true. I heard that.
Equal to $3.38 million.
Okay, well, I couldn't afford
I have
him.
some extra space, and you need a guard. Do you like Emmanuel Quickly?
I could get down with the quick man.
Or are you more interested?
Yeah.
I don't want to give up Maxi or Hero. I'd rather give up Quickly.
See, I want Maxi.
So what
That's
I'm
where
hearing
I'm at.
is my
I'll
team.
give you Quickly in a future second.
I'll give you... okay, trade-off.
Or packaging.
So
Yes.
hypothetical trades that don't matter, because right now I need to know, as they were drafted, who had the best team. We're put that up on Twitter as soon as this video goes up.
We're not done yet. This is part of the draft.
At that point, you want Jordan Poole or Shea Gilgeous?
No, I'm good.
What money?
He said Jordan Poole or Shea.
We're on a
Those
budget.
are 2 very different contracts, different players.
30 million, 3 million. That's about the same
What's
thing.
your big man rotation look like, Nate?
Don't talk about
There's not one. It's
I
Mark
got-
Williams. He
I
has a
got
center.
it's really Ben Kiro and Williams are the 2 big. And Zion can grab boards. So
Okay. Trade offer. Tyrese Maxey and Paulo Banchero for Alperen Sengun and LaMelo Ball.
I'm keeping my team. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's fair.
So
It's locked in.
I will say,
I know we're small, but
We'll
we can draft. You know.
It's a 1-year deal.
maybe next episode we'll start off with the official trade. What's the details get worked? We'll have Adam Schefter report it all. Wait a minute. That's
Adam Schefter's burner.
He's reporting on our fantasy team.
So yeah, we'll have that to look forward to next episode.
What's your team name?
I don't know. Joel, don't choke.
So if y'all can hear the siren by any chance,
I was gonna say
we're okay.
Are we gonna mention that or?
Yeah, sorry, the sirens are going off. Joel Embiid choked another playoff series. So.
Yikes. Okay, so we have the chokers. What's your team name?
I only have one choker, to be fair.
Well, then what? If you don't like that team name, pick one.
I'll come back to you. You start
Okay.
over there.
Nate.
we're the Plymouth Vipers.
The Plymouth
It's
Vipers.
lame, but we're going with it. It's something you would see on
Why
like,
did you pick car names?
Why
and we're like-
Plymouth?
Plymouth
Mash
is
'em
my
together.
hometown.
I know, but it's also a car.
Oh, I was thinking of like
I'm
Plymouth
giving my
Rock.
home.
Like we going colonial.
We're the Pilgrims, the Plymouth Pilgrims.
I mean, that's kind of hard, honestly. The Plymouth Vipers is
I know it's bad.
anyway.
No,
That's why
I
I
love
went
it.
with it. It's something like if you were to log on to like a 2K My Team, that's something you'd see. That's why I picked it.
Okay, fair enough. My team name, I'm gonna go with the. I don't know, Steven. I haven't thought about it.
I'm gonna go with the Greensboro Swarm.
Okay, fair enough.
They really leveled up. When did they become relegation? Has now become a factor.
Yep.
My team. Who's?
George
I guess
Niang.
like we could go. Ooh,
The George Niangs.
the Niang Gang.
Niang gang. That's
You don't even have Niang on the squad,
No.
but it's the Niang. You can
He's
sign
the
him out of-
owner.
You can sign him out of the agency.
He's the owner.
he's on a 2-way contract.
Yeah.
No, I like that as the owner. That's good.
So who won this battle?
Please
Niang
let
does
us
not
know.
have the
Plymouth
funds to buy
Vipers.
your team.
the Niang Gang, or what was yours? Again?
Greensboro
The
Swarm.
Greensboro Swarm.
I hate
Who
my team
won?
name, but it's okay.
I
Last second, can we move the Plymouth Pilgrims?
No.
I do want to say, if we're going off of names alone, Chris definitely won. Like,
The
let's be
Yang
real.
Gang.
But if we're talking about the draft, I think
His name has no relevance.
We're gonna locate this team. Also, I'm gonna be the Mexico City Niang Gang.
You missed a chance for the cartel.
hey yo.
The
That's great.
Aztecs.
So yeah, as soon as you will see this video going up, there will also be a poll on our Twitter. So make sure that you check that out and let us know who had the best draft. Because I'm genuinely curious to know what you guys think. Because
gonna
we
vote
all
on my
obviously
Twitter.
think.
Hey,
I'm gonna vote on my burner
while we're
Twitter.
here,
So I have 4 accounts. So I'm
can you do me a favor?
What do you need?
Can you pull up my Twitter?
Sure.
I want to shout out my Twitter real quick.
but you don't
No
even know
thanks.
the handle.
Check it.
It's because it's just my name and some random.
Wow. How are you gonna plug something?
It's recent. It's very recent. I just started it. up.
Okay, no, it's fair. It's fair.
You can follow me on Twitter at
Yeah.
not Chris.
I
Long.
give terrible sports takes daily.
Yeah, he does. I follow him. I can confirm.
they're
Nate's
not that
Twitter is at Nate LTPD.
Follow me there.
Sounds
Or
great.
don't, because I'm just kidding.
Or if you want to see good content, just follow our main Twitter account.
And I repost our polls and stuff too. so.
I'll just play it. Great, thanks.
And if you want to see someone yell about college baseball, I'm your guy.
So on that, we end the podcast. Anyone have anything on their hearts or minds that they want to clear before we leave?
Yeah, I know this isn't a college baseball podcast, but it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. I got to go on my soapbox. Tulane should not have won the American Conference. They literally just wanted a two bid teams in the tournament, and that's why they gave the game to Tulane. He was safe at second in the bottom of the ninth. I hit my mic. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry. I just had to go on that little tangent.
So
Our audience
time
is
for me
very
to
confused right now.
time for me to talk about soccer. No, I'm kidding. I'll save you guys that.
All right. Well, we will see you next time on Let the Play Develop.